All right, everybody. It is 9 o'clock p.m. or 9:06. Technically 9 o'clock, but because I started dancing at the time. And once again, we are at the midnight running. It's the VINCE. And folks, this is exactly why I always schedule my live streams. Now, because of the community strike that I got, whenever I upload my live streams, they automatically switch them to private. So technically nobody saw my live stream until just now when I found that it was private. I mean, literally, this is why I have a schedule for it. You guys still knew that the Great One was going to be streaming at 9 o'clock p.m. That's why I do it. And people wonder, why don't I just hop on the stream whenever I'm free? That's the reason being. I'm not Vegan Gains. You know, I don't have a bunch of leeches running all over me. Yeah, we'll definitely get the Cuban meltdowns there, LG. Folks, because of the community strike, they actually showed me the point to where they considered it hate speech, and it wasn't all the N words or the S words or anything like that. Basically, it was one of those police activity videos where someone got shot to death. It's like, freeze, N word. They basically gave me a community strike for content that was already on YouTube to begin with. Hate speech, KCB, hate speech. Yeah, I'm a big old racist there. I'm a big giant Nazi, you know. Yep, I hate ends. Yeah, we need to come up with a new proper word. Why don't we just say urbanites? You know, I hate every iota of an urbanite. And for white people, we can use, biscuits? No, I'll figure something out for white folks. In any event, folks, also no more Dubs content. Dubs content, over with, for obvious reasons. that experiment was going bad anyway, and he only says the exact same thing every single day. Literally. So I've also removed about a year's worth of live streams. I'll review them individually as best as I can, but what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to load them up on Rumble or do something else with it. I don't know. I mean, they weren't really content drivers per se. And now that I got all the shorts, it's not going to really make much of a difference. You guys know that I live stream. I mean, literally speaking, I already produce, 7 hours of content every single week. And I've been doing that for the past 3 years. Ever since I started doing live streams. Well, actually, I used to do 20 hours of live stream content. And all that stuff from last year, before I started working, is there. Oh, we could definitely still watch Frank Tufano videos. That's going to always be a given there. So what do I have tonight? I have Starbucks coffee with a little bit of Gentleman's Jack in there, Richard Overton style. I have now one of my aged Gurkha Sherpa oranges, and believe me, they smoke a whole lot better now that they got some age on it. And of course, my water cup by my good friend Pugman. Y'all be sure to thank Pugman for me. What should I call white people from now on? Because, YouTube is getting so woke these days that you can't even use the word white people. They think white people is offensive. The great one is only offensive for comical purposes. And it's not funny, to be honest with you, getting a community strike. Whenever someone calls me a racist or homophobe, I simply tell them that's just not quite possible. You damn right. If you're a fan of the Vince Goodrum shows, the Midnight Run, the Soul Pole Saturday, or the Earl Grey Tuesday, or just simply, happy hour, you are not a racist, you are not a homophobe. I'll be the racist and I'll be the homophobe. That's the reason. I do all that for you, free of charge. But yeah, we're really, I don't want to play that one. Your channel got, yeah, and because you don't have that many fans, yeah, you can't post for a bit. I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I don't really want to start any trouble with them, but, I felt it's my way for his treatment of the Great One trying to help him out. Because I really did genuinely try to help him out. To help him transition to a woman. And he just ignored everything I said. I mean, how hard is it to do makeup, folks? Even the Great One can do makeup. You guys saw me at Halloween. Did I not look gorgeous? Did I not look stunning? Did I not look like you could take me home and just knock out my keister? Sort of like Charlie Sheen? Folks! Charlie Sheen has finally admitted to what most people have actually known for 40-some years. That he burgles turds. Alright? Period. Non-negotiable. Alright? Charlie Sheen likes men's. He likes the mangina. Mangina! Now, I understand that Charlie Sheen's wants to open up about opening up other men's buttholes and everything like that, and that's great. The Great One fully respects it. I certainly enjoy opening up other men's a-holes too. I enjoy the tight squeeze, the penetration, and stuff like that. But, to be honest with you, We already knew, Charlie Sheen. You didn't have to tell us. You didn't have to tell us whatsoever. Now, I'm going to get I swear to God, I'm going to get a new lighter, folks. I'm tired of this lighter. It works like crap. I hate it. No, I would not sleep with this version. Charlie Sheen 60. Now, back in the 80s when he was playing in Young Guns, yeah, I would have fucked him. No, not now. In any event, let's get the cigar lit. Now, the only thing about these cigars is they edge a little bit, but ain't nothing wrong with a little edging. Get it nice and toasty. No, he got AIDS from another woman. Yeah, like I said, folks, that's the only downside to this damn thing. Gurkha Sherpa Orange, Ryan. The Gurkha Hudson Bays were out. It does bring a whole new meaning to 2.5 Men. And I thought John Cryer was the homo. I mean, it is what it is, and what it's gonna be is what it's gonna be. But folks, right now also, it is football season. Did you guys watch that Cowboys and Eagles game? I knew it was gonna be good. It's nice having a little age on this cigar. Yeah, I know, Ryan. We're gonna play him. I mean, you got Dak Prescott getting spit on. You got brawls. Then weather delays and everything. It was everything that I expected. And once again, the Cowboys find a way to lose. Now, they can blame Micah Thompson for the loss. Not Michael Parsons. Michael Thompson. I already fucked it up, much like the cornea virus. I'm going to keep it the cornea virus, too. I ain't going to say coronavirus. I'm going to just say corny virus or something. If I mispronounce something, sometimes you got to stick with it. Now, folks, in case you guys are wondering, the answer is no. I cannot stream the NFL football game, even though it is on YouTube. The NFL game is right now streaming on YouTube. Chargers are up by 10, and they don't allow it to be streamed. I can't switch over and watch a Charger. If I do it one time, folks, they'll get me. They'll tear me up. And I'll be streaming on Kick for a week. But folks, get your questions in. If you wish to make a donation, you can. Smash the like button and subscribe. All right, Ryan, I'm going to pull up the Cuban mints. But folks, in the event that I get a community strike and I'm off for a week, I will be streaming on Kick. Afterwards, I'll no longer do any reaction videos. Because it's getting to the point where YouTube is actually getting tired, unfortunately, of... they're getting tired of reaction videos, pretty much. I'm just going to be honest with you. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not the Wild Wild West anymore, folks. But I will ensure that we will always have it minty. I can still play Genova videos. That will still go down.
That person's not being mean. That person's not being malicious. That's what I'm talking about. Get a fucking clue, everybody. The Cleaner. I liked your live. Cheese. Just be like Cheese and win the argument. Trolls, not very smart at insults. Brain dead, unfortunately. Del Rey Reaper, sorry to you, I was in the bathroom, so I'll explain to you. Maybe install sound canceling walls, a good mic.
I like the hat at least. The hat's alright. Everything else about him, nope. But the hat is pretty alright. Just, he doesn't got it matched well.
The lighting, yeah. A complete production. Spend all that fucking money for what when I get no fucking return? Fuck that. Who's gonna fucking pay for it? Are you gonna fucking pay for it? You gonna send me fucking money to do a fucking studio?
I feel that way sometimes. But I don't react like that. That's for sure. That's not the right way to do it. What kind of music is that?
Oh, I'm gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, it sounds almost like Dead or Alive. But it isn't Dead or Alive, it's somebody else covering the song. That is so odd. That wasn't very minty, Ryan. Come on, man, really? So you're two for three, sort of.
Del Rey Reaper, Tio, do you believe in the First Amendment? You're denying Dwight's right. No, he has This is my live. You come on here fucking with me when I don't go on any of your fucking lives. I don't go on...
He doesn't have any lives, does he?
Any of your fucking posts. I don't go on any of your fucking videos making any goddamn comments or correcting a goddamn thing. But you gotta come on here and fuck with me. You can go fuck yourself. And not only that, Del Rey Reaper, again, I'm gonna say it one more fucking time.
Oh, I know there, Ryan. It's good comedy. It's good while having a smoke, folks. I mean, like I said, we're here to have fun. We ain't trying to hurt nobody.
He was coming on here and bringing up shit that I promised I would not fucking talk about. He's a fucking problem. He can go fuck himself. No one's denying his First Amendment right. He can go and post and talk about whatever he wants on here. He can go fuck himself, and you can too. One more fucking word, motherfucker. Keep defending him. One more fucking word. No, it's like, is it going over your fucking head? Is it going over your fucking head?
Whoa, language.
Macho Man Rick Savage, modern day Winston Churchill, did you do any...
is he anyway? Where is Mr. Modern day Winston Churchill at? Has anyone seen him? He's just disappeared off of the face of the planet. All right, we got one more, and then I'm gonna get back to my smoke.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the fucking pettiness. A double on the...
I drink whiskey with coffee is pretty much a southern type thing. Squeaks G. After partying in a barn or so forth, if you've been to a hayride or a barn dance or anything like that, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you always put a little, usually it's White Lightning, but you'll put a little whiskey in there. Richard, and we also do it to honor the late, great Richard Overton. Lived to be 101 years old. Baddest person. Smoked nothing but like 10 cigars a day. Lived to be like 112 or some shit.
The skeet range is a clay coming from the high and low tower at the same time, moving in opposite directions. The clays move at 43 miles per hour out of the machine. Rod. You know, if Hamburg can make a fist
112
at full force, Stiggs, blow in a mic and see how it sounds, but rage on.
Some sugar on love.
Stiggs, if you don't watch, if you don't, it's not that.
Oh,
if you don't like the fucking fan or the fucking background noise, fuck off. Leave me the fuck alone. It's that simple. Delray Reek.
You know, that is not even actually the... Yeah, I mean, normally... Oh, it is... Yeah, it's from some group called Ninja Sex Party. But, Mintnator, why'd you get a strike for? What'd you put up there? You put some copyright content? Yeah, definitely got to be careful of that. Who's Richard Overton? People want to know who Richard Overton is. Richard Overton is... He lived to be 112. He just kept smoking. This is Richard Overton.
Yeah.
4 a.m. in the morning, he gets his first cigar.
What y'all need this morning? Oh, thank you.
They want to look at that pretty face and you'll find that cigar.
And I'm half naked.
Fought in World War II.
Every day.
Baddest
Well,
man
how you
alive.
get your day started in the morning?
Yeah, I'm smoking now. Yeah, I smoke every day. I started smoking cigars when I was 8 years old. I've been smoking them ever since.
Well, it's just a little after 6. Not yet.
Oh, it's still dark.
6:15.
Yeah,
Still dark.
Yeah.
You remember when you talked to Steve Harvey
Having another cigar.
and he asked you what's the secret how, and you told him, hey man, you can do it too. You told him, keep on living, don't die, you get there. You remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah. A lot of people, yeah.
Now this here is when he's very late in life there, because I think it was his... He only lived for maybe about another year and a half from this video.
That's a nice question. He asked me, well, I keep on living. I said, you just keep on living. I just don't... Oh, I'm looking to get a birthday. I've got to have it. That day got to come, so I guess I'll see it. I hope I will. I'm getting pretty close to it. Just pull one of them. Just get one. Pull it up. Just pull it.
This is the day in the life of Richard Overton.
Right there. That's another. Get the other one.
Putting his gums in.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Still smoking.
8 o'clock.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Pop. I got you. You don't have to worry about it. Take your time. Get right in the sun. And he would sit out here if I let him. Today, here minimum 4 hours, like it's nothing, you know. But I have to get him in, but this is where he want to be, especially a pretty day like this. Yesterday the weather wasn't. It was pretty bad weather here in Austin.
All right, Mr. Overton, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, like I said before, folks, he'd have in the morning. He'd have a whiskey stiffened coffee, everything. This is his funeral there, so check this out. He was buried the way
Richard
he lived.
Overton was a fun man. You know, he always told jokes, stuff like that. And I don't drink alcohol, and I don't smoke cigars, but it was just funny how, you know, they always say that, don't do this and don't do this. And I'm like, if Richard Overton can do that and survive to 112, I can do anything I want to do in life.
So I have all these things that are out of the paper. And there's that one. There he is.
He was buried in his uniform with a couple packs of cigars and a bottle of Maker's Mark.
He was just a joy to be around.
But it's so beautiful. Makes me want to kiss him.
And he loved people.
Got a cigar right there.
And he retired from different jobs because as old as he was, he had lots of different jobs. And he had all of his facilities. I mean, he had a good memory. He was sharp.
I thought he was a comedian when I first met him. He had a lot of jokes. If I have a bad day, I
Dies
come
with
over
his
there and
Maker's
he'll
Mark
cheer me
in his
up.
hand, like a G.
I did not know Richard over 10 years, but I did read about him on the newspaper.
That's who Richard
He
Overton
was
is.
a great man that I will admire for the rest of my life, because he lived to be 112 years. For him to survive this long, God took care of him. And I hope that one day I will be able to live that long, God willing.
I'm just glad for the recognition that he's getting from people all over the world. He's a history mark. Something somebody will always remember.
That's who Richard Overton is. World War II veteran, worked all his life, and he drank and he smoked, and he lived to be 112. Proving once again, folks, it's all genetics. But folks, get your questions in. We're going to start videos at 10 o'clock p.m. Although we already started them. But in any event. But as far as whiskey and coffee, that's a Southern tradition. Well, Tampa Sweets have not been sold since like 2007. But the company loved Richard Overton so much that they literally sent him cases of it. They sent him enough to last him for the rest of his life and then some. And he smoked like 8 cigars a day at least. And the thing about a Tampa Sweet, it's not actually a good cigar, actually. It really isn't. Exactly, Mint Nader. He was a G. He's someone you could look up to, in other words. I would have loved just to sit on the porch and just have a cigar with him. I mean, like I said, he lived the best of his life there and then some. I mean, he played more than extra innings, that's for sure. But folks, get your questions in. But his house actually now is a museum of some sort. By the way, folks, he built his own house, by the way. You see that house? He built it himself. To build your own house, that's being a fucking man, not a bitch. That wasn't just his house, he built it. He built it, he bought the property, and built this house in 1948. On that property. Oh God, I could imagine all the war stories and stuff he had. I mean, they even, literally speaking,
cigar, and he smoked this cigar for many, many years.
Next to this chair is the last cigar Richard Overton smoked. They used to sell Tampa Sweet at HEB, but when the store stopped.
This cigar for many, many years.
Folks,
next to this chair is the last cigar.
That's the very last cigar he smoked, folks. He died smoking his cigar like a G. You know, ain't that something, folks? They still keep it right there in his house. The very last cigar. You know, if I ever get a hold of some Tampa Sweets, you know, I might do a, I might actually do a, Richard Overton live stream. That's also his last bottle of bourbon he had, so, yeah. Like I said, folks, some people are freaking legends. No, I don't get a sore throat from smoking the cigar, Squeaks. If you get a sore throat, then you're smoking it wrong. Well, I couldn't keep up with how many. Like I said, he smoked like a pack of those a day. He smoked like 8 of them. I'd also do it outside too. Gone but not forgotten. Just smoking a cigar. He knew it was time. Put the cigar down. He's like, I'm out, baby. I'm out. Catch y'all on the flip side. That's all, baby. That's Sports Center. I mean, he didn't die right there, just to let you know. He died in rehab of some type or so. Like I said, he got pneumonia. Went to a rehab center and he died there. That was it. The world's changed, Mintnator. There's still plenty of men out there, believe me. Cigars are making a comeback, but it's just a more technological world now. That's all really it is here. It's just a more technological world. Dinosaurs, like now recently me being the new dinosaur, we're out. Gen Z is in. Gen X has been out for quite some time, but you know. Cigars will be around forever. These vapes will eventually disappear. Cigars will always be around. It's good to have some age on this one. I mean, his contemporary is this guy right here. He became the world's oldest living veteran after he passed away. Which, you know, that wasn't too long after he died, actually. Well, actually, that's a couple of years. My bad. Now, he fought in World War II, but here's the thing, folks. He didn't get drafted. He enlisted. Served in Iwo Jima, Guam, Hawaii. Worked for the Texas Department of the Treasury, which is now Public Accounts. Never had any kids. Maybe that's the reason why he still lived so long. Now, folks, this is his great-grandfather. His great-grandfather was white, by the way, so. Little interesting thing. So obviously he knocked up a slave or so forth, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, they had the draft. The key thing about it is, Mintnator, he made the right choice, because if you enlist instead of getting drafted, you get a choice as far as where you want to go and what job you want to have. If you wait to get drafted, you get what they give you. I didn't, but I did tune in to Sean Ray and Chick's live stream. They were talking about Nick Walker, and Nick Walker, he is going to get destroyed. He's not going to be able to dial in. I will not show Strudel. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't watch too many of the RX programs simply because I'm usually working at the time they're happening. When I wasn't working, I had time to tune in to practically everything, and now I don't. I'm gonna get these next time, and I'm gonna age them for about a week. These are awesome cigars. And these actually smoke pretty good once you put some age on them. I was kind of scared at first, but it doesn't have the flavor of my Gurkha Hudson Bays that I like, but it's still a good smoke. I mean, I don't believe in demons per se, but I do believe in God. We do have a creator, folks. I mean, there has to be. I think eventually, I think time is like a loop, in other words. And I think that we just look in the perspective of time and space. We just don't understand how things go. Eventually, and this is my theory of things, folks. The way we're going to get to other galaxies, we're not going to physically fly over there. We're going to bend space, in other words. We're going to bring space closer to us, so this is my opinion. Let's take the ship, and this is where you're wanting to go. Now, you could fly this way, or like a slingshot. This comes this, bend the space this way, and it takes it that way like a slingshot. I think that's how we're gonna get to all these other galaxies, by bending space. We'll figure out a way, maybe in 1,000, 2,000 years or so. But we will reach other galaxies, maybe in about 1,000 years or so. That's just my opinion. In 1,000 years, we'll be traveling all over the universe. Non-negotiable. We'll have the ability, we'll have the knowledge, and we'll have the technology. I just hope some of the technology takes care of world peace. Nobody ever goes hungry again. Nobody ever has to want for anything. People will no longer have to work. They could pursue their general interests, artwork, gaming, or whatever. Aren't Satan and the fallen angels demons? I don't get too much into religion. I just know that we have a creator and there is a God. There's a creator. I don't really so much as believe in there being a Satan or so forth. No one can't be inherently evil, in other words. But a creator, yes. So I believe in God, just not the devil. Because it doesn't logically make any sense. That's just me, but we won't find out, if we find out, until we're dead and we go into that next journey. The journey that we can't report back as far as to what happens. At least not yet, folks. You know, it'd be the one thing I can definitely wish for, folks. I wish I could see time 1,000 years from now, where we would be at, what kind of new innovations there would be. I mean, think about it, folks. 1,000 years ago, you know, you white folks was riding around on horses with lances and shit and everything. I mean, in fact, folks, look how much technology has changed in 35 years, literally. 35 years ago, I would be at a coffee shop with my newspaper, smoking a cigarette and everything. No internet, no nothing. And in a span of just 10 years, people were carrying cellular phones. Another 10 years, social media. All these innovations in just a small span. So just imagine 1,000 years from now on. That's something really to think about, folks. It really is. I do know one thing. In about 20 years, we're going to have robot maids and stuff. Robots are going to clean our houses. There'll be sex bots. I mean, we already got sex bots. There'll be a lot more complex and everything. Exactly, Chuck E. Cheese. But that's the thing. The only thing I can actually definitively say is that we have a creator. That's it. I don't think there's a Satan around. It just doesn't make any logical sense, in my opinion. But I think everyone believes what they want to believe. The purpose of religion, basically, truth, is you got to think of thousands of years ago, people were dying of diseases and everything. And they needed something to hope for. They needed something to look for. They needed a set of rules to live by. You know, religion, the Bible, was the first rule book that was out there. And it wasn't perfect, but it taught people how to live a prosperous life. It was a guide, in other words. Nowadays, people pimp out religion. You know, the Creflo dollars and everything like that. Pugman, what's up, dog? We're just talking about a little philosophy and everything. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could see things from 100 years from now. Because technology is just moving so fast these days. I mean, just 30 some years ago, very few people had actual internet computers. There was no internet. Everyone was still getting their stuff by TV set, including myself, the great one. Although I did have a computer, it's not as advanced as today. I mean, my first computer, folks, it had 1 megabyte of RAM. 1 megabyte, folks. My first computer had 1 megabyte of RAM. Look where we're at now. I mean, I have a 2 terabyte hard drive in my computer, which is small compared to standards. Why can't you say it? Jesus Christ is King? I just said it. Remember, folks, twist, not jab. In truth, you have to understand other people have other religions. And can you have a religion to where only a certain amount of people will go to heaven and other ones just all burn in hell? I mean, truth, let me let you in on something here. Christians are 1/3 of the world's population. 1/3. Followed by Muslims. And the non-Christian community is growing at a faster rate. So you have 30% of the world being Christians. Does that mean 30% of Christians that identify themselves as Christians are going to go to heaven and 70% of everyone else is going to burn in hell? Makes you think there, doesn't it, folks? I always just try to tell people, live the best life you can, believe what you want to believe, penetrate whoever you want to penetrate, live where you want to live, be who you want to be. You're going to have good days and bad days. But just remember, folks, we are just a grain of sand. I mean, we're not even a grain of sand on the era of time, in other words. The earth is millions of years old. Human beings have occupied the earth for maybe 200,000 to 300,000 years. Makes a difference here. Really does. And when you think like that, folks, it makes you, when you grow up and when you're a kid, you think you rule the world. And then you realize that you're nothing more than a voice in the choir. I try to live by the golden rule when possible. Practice gratitude, and if there's an afterlife, it's just a bonus. Think of all the sperm we beat just to get here. That is true. Indeed. Only the strong survive. Out of all the jizz out there, that one little piece of jizz created the great one. That one little sperm cell managed to break through.
And what I found was as disgusting as it was shocking. Ben was an absolute fraud. I was introduced to the true Ben Azuli, a monster. Ben was not leaving Israel to go to Thailand because he had the flu. He fled Israel because he was wanted.
So this asshole, Ben the PDF file Azuli, you guys remember that piece of shit, right? The Shaolin monk trained cream of some young guy. Secret weapon? And yeah, he taught him how to use his secret weapon so good. Things were shooting all over. They were even hitting the ceiling. So yeah, he trained them real good, that asshole. Well, you know what's going on now? Remember that video he made saying he wasn't a PDF file?
Looks like he grew out his hair a little bit. It's a little bit too much to the side.
He never did all those naughty, dirty things, right, in those documents. Well, he deleted that one, and then he goes and puts a new one, thinking we're all a bunch of assholes and we don't remember what he said in the first one. But Benjamin, do you really think people can forget all the shit that comes out of your mouth? Because your mouth is so full of shit, right? You better start loving eating it when people see what I do to you now, you asshole. But that's not just it. Your whole life is full of shit, and I'm going to show everybody all the lies you've been trying to keep from them, and something else new. Your business partner, your former business partner, shared a story with me, and he told me you're wanted in Israel for doing bad shit to another girl. Wait until I tell you guys this story.
Hello there, my name is Avi Ezra. I have worked with numerous reputable and honest people in the self-improvement and holistic health space, but I have never encountered someone quite like Ben Azuli. Lies, the deceit. It was the first time I had ever completely cut ties with someone in a business venture.
You guys remember when I made the video showing the documents and the conviction of Ben Azuli and his two-pump chump brother Dylan? And yeah, he's a two-pump chump. Some girl unfortunately had experiences with them, and she told me all this. Well, you guys remember I showed you guys all that stuff, and Ben went put up a bullshit video denying it all, saying it was all bullshit, but then took so much heat, so he pulled the video down. Well, now he put up a new one thinking we're all idiots and we wouldn't know or remember the things that he said in the first one. Well, I couldn't watch that video, the new one, for more than 2 minutes because I can't help but look at this asshole and not think every word that comes out of his mouth is a fucking lie. And you know what he's saying now? He's saying the girl and her parents are all lying, and then he thanks me for bringing this out to light because he never knew any of these things happened.
I spent the last 6 weeks of my life digging into a case that happened to me almost 20 years ago. You see, there is an asshole guy out there who decided he was going to destroy my name. But I gotta tell you, I'm absolutely blessed that he did what he did. I would have never found out the things that I just found out. You see, the first video that I made for you was just me going off of what I remembered. The information that John Bravo got was from the case that was a civil case. A case that I never even knew existed. I would have never known the whole story if it wasn't for John Bravo. I would have never known what actually happened that night. I appreciate the work that you did. And thanks to you, I actually found out how innocent I was.
Then it gets worse. He has the nerve to say that the girl and the family owes him an apology for not just ruining his life once, but again. I can't believe the things that come out of this asshole's mouth.
From the bottom of my heart, as much as I'm fucking pissed off at this fucking family, I feel bad for H. H had a very fucked up childhood with some fucked up parents. And H, if you're watching this, I would love for you to apologize to me and to my brother, because you know nothing ever happened to you. And it's very sad that me and my brother and my whole family had to go through this. And if you ever want to give us a call, you ever want to message me, I messaged you on Facebook saying I just want closure for this, because I got fucked for this when I was 18, and now I got fucked for this again. Although nobody did anything wrong to you. And stepping forward and admitting the truth is something that only a grown-up could do.
Then after that, he went on a podcast tour. Remember, he wanted me to join him. I didn't want to join him for anything. And he goes on there and he starts talking about me. And he says that I'm a failed film school student.
Johnny Bravo sits here and talks about other people, but the truth is, he wanted to be a filmmaker, a film producer. He didn't make it there. He became a YouTuber. The editing is good editing. He puts in the work, but he should definitely change his content.
Well, I never went to film school.
I found that anyone that goes up against John Bravo in this particular way, it's sort of like going up against CoffeeZilla. Eventually, they get beat down.
Started editing and filming just by making YouTube videos. But if there's anyone who failed school in life, it's you, you F student asshole. It was so bad for you. You didn't graduate and had to get a GED. But that's not all. You even failed at trying to become an actor. You thought you were gonna be the next Van Damme or Steven Seagal, but you couldn't act for shit.
Venezuela over here with the 11 Talent Agency. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. My hair is brown, my eyes are hazel, and I'm 5'11". Today I'll be playing the role of Brooks, and this is my take.
Carter! No! Brooks, we're under attack, Cap. Carter and Folk are down. We're trying to raise you, but radio seems scrambled somehow. Who engaged? I don't know. It looked like enemy troops, all black armor, bulletproof jacket. I unloaded on them like at point blank range, and nothing happened. They didn't even flinch. Everybody get ready. We're in that. Get back! Those are the things that blew Malloy away. They blur completely apart. Don't get near them. Don't let them touch you.
So you're not just a failed student, a failed actor, but you're a failure in life. And now I'm going to explain it to people here in a moment. But there was something else you said. You said, I reconstructed my face to look like a cartoon.
This guy is highly obsessed with me. In my opinion, he's a guy. I think he's attracted to me. His whole face has been reconstructed. He was also in jail and arrested multiple times.
Well, I broke my nose like 3 times, so I had to fix my nose. That's the only thing I did. But one of the times I broke it because I beat the shit out of somebody like you. I wasn't born that way. But you You were born looking like an asshole with that Pinocchio nose, probably because God knew all the lies you were going to tell. So he just made your nose big from birth. And you had to fix your nose because you were tired of people making fun of you and calling you gonzo. So you were just born looking like a fucking asshole. Now, many people reached out to me when I first started making these videos on you. In fact, I've never done a story where this many people, relatives, ex-business partners, ex-girlfriends, ex-charmutas, I've never had so many people reach out to me about information about an asshole like you. And one business partner in particular, okay, he even went on video explaining things which I'm going to show you, okay? He said, you're a bum. You pretend to be rich when you're not. The apartment that you actually film in is a fucking hotel. You live in a small apartment with you and your girlfriend. The Lamborghini is not yours. It's your piece of shit two-pump chump brothers. You put up these stories on construction sites because you do roofing or some shit like that, and you pretend they're your house when they're not. So you pretend and lie about everything in your fucking life.
Ben, before creating this cacophony of lies for YouTube and Instagram, was a carpet cleaner. He lived with his mother. To this day, he still lives with his mother. He is not a self-made millionaire. He does not own a bunch of real estate to enhance his portfolio of other investments and diversify. And if you even have a simple intellectual conversation about basic fundamentals of finance, he is lost in the sauce.
But then, this is where it gets worse. I mean, we all know about the things that we have shown about you and your brother and all the fucked up things you have done to women and girls, right? And to be honest with you, I've only shown about 10% of it. And your business partner now reveals information that I didn't know about you going to Israel, and you're wanted by a family who wants to beat the shit out of you for what you did to their daughter.
Both Ben and myself went on a trip to Israel. At the restaurant Ben chose in Tel Aviv, everything exploded. Ben decided he was going to start talking about how he's spending his millions in Beverly Hills very loudly so that other tables could hear. But I started to notice he was sweating, looking around constantly, very suspicious behavior, especially for someone who is in counterterrorism. Why are you looking around at everything? But it all made sense a couple of seconds later when the waiter came out and went ballistic. Lama atakan, why are you here? Why are you here? How dare you come to Israel? How dare you come to our family's restaurant? Ben zona sharmuta. Lama shav. Why? Why are you here? Why right now? We were told to leave. In the process, the waiter smashed a bottle. 2 or 3 employees from the restaurant separated Ben from this waiter. I pressed Ben for answers. What on earth could have warranted a response like that from the waiter? Several hours had passed. Ben had missed many of my phone calls after that. Went completely incognito. Then he calls me randomly saying, I'm in Thailand. I have the flu and I'm coming out here to the jungles for the cure. I reached out to a buddy of mine who is former Israeli intelligence, who actually was in one of those clear type units, to do a little bit of digging on Ben. And what I found was as disgusting as it was shocking. Ben was an absolute fraud. I was introduced to the true Ben Azuli, a monster. Ben was not leaving Israel to go to Thailand because he had the flu. He fled Israel because he was wanted by the brothers of a girl he had done something very wrong to. I can only speculate what that thing is, but it was enough that they wanted to beat him within an inch of his life. In fact, the waiter was this girl's older brother.
So Ben, you remember how you were thanking me in your last video because I brought things to light that you never knew about? Well, you should be thanking me again, because I've only shown about 10% of all the shit I have on you with the fucking receipts, because you guys know I don't fuck around. So if you want to thank me, that's what you should be thanking me for. So I think You know, for you, the best thing for you to do is to say you're sorry, get off social media, and shut the fuck up. Because if you keep on pulling this shit and telling more lies and your nose is going to end up growing again like Pinocchio, you're not going to like the rest of the shit I'm going to do to you, you asshole.
As it turns out, Ben has never been in the military or any government agency in Israel or America. Ben is not qualified.
Well, no surprise there.
To be cleaning teeth, let alone in a clear unit, having a top secret security clearance, and fighting bad guys all over the planet. Ben has lied about everything he has ever said, and the instant I found this out, I cut ties with him, and I went into his WhatsApp group of all of the people he's coaching, and I told them, you have been scammed, get your money back instantly.
So you, the viewer, watching right now, somebody like John Bravo, who only makes hateful content, do I want to watch influencers that will improve my life? Or do I want to watch John Bravo, who sucks the energy out of me and doesn't help me get anywhere? Because I'll teach you how to make money. I'll teach you how to get rich. I'll teach you how to have any fucking woman you want.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like on my video.
Of course he's a fake. You know, some of these men think that they can grow out beards and make up lies and stuff like that. It's like I said before, folks. People like me with alpha credentials, we don't need to lie about stuff like that. We don't need to go and brag about things like that. In fact, I don't even like talking about it, you know. Because like I said before, there's nothing cool about beating up someone. There's nothing cool about hitting someone. There's nothing cool about being in law enforcement or anything. Law enforcement is dangerous. Every time I entered into any type of, entered into the jails and everything, you know, your sixth sense goes out there. You know, you're surrounded by hundreds of people that can kill you, literally, or can do some valuable harm. And like I said before, I didn't leave obviously I didn't leave unscathed or anything like that, but I just did the job because, you know, I wanted my $11.15 an hour. Which back in 1999 and 2000, that was good money, folks. Good money. I mean, my apartment was only like $400, or actually no, it was $399 a month. So that's good spending money, folks. Good spending money. Ex-CIA agents and other bullshit like that. I really hate people like that. I mean, one thing I can say about Cuban, he states he works in wastewater. He's never... One thing I can somewhat respect about Cuban is he's never lied about where he's been. You know, he can. It's hard to prove things like that, but, you know, take it for what I'm saying here, folks.
I mean, I don't really want to film this, but I guess it would offer an explanation for why I don't really do YouTube videos anymore or any health and nutrition content.
What's this? Day in the life after being botched?
So, I'm going to give you guys an idea of what I've been doing since my botched surgery. So, I spend most of the day in bed. Right now it's like 11:30 because I had to wake up for a court hearing, but I'll either wake up around this time or like a little later, 1 or 2 o'clock. So I just have my EMF shielding canopy. I just turn my oxygen machine off. I sleep with oxygen, and we have a grounding rod as well. So that attaches to my wrist. You could read more about that stuff on wifishielding.com, but basically means that I sleep with a higher oxygen level, grounded with no radiation, which is how everyone should sleep. You can hear that.
No. Not me. Why does he say like everyone should sleep like this? You moron.
Fan in the background, that's a blower.
Richard Overton didn't sleep under a tent.
And you should probably use one for your canopy because the oxygen levels in the canopy can get pretty low. Even with an oxygen machine, you might want to still have a blower on it just to like forcibly push some air.
He does that because he's a nutcase and he's usually promoting some of his stupid products. That's why.
Through the canopy, especially if you're using multiple canopies. So the only thing I really do when I wake up is just drink like half a bottle of water. So I gotta clock in for that court hearing, and that's probably gonna take an hour. The only things I usually do in the morning are, like supplement-wise, I'll take the glandulars and energy drinks, so maybe we'll do that. But I'm supposed every day I have a few things to do at my warehouse. Today I have a little more than usual, so it probably is like 2 or 3 hours of work. I just hope this court hearing goes pretty quickly. One thing I know for sure is that these judges know who I am and don't like me, because every court hearing I've ever had in my life, I've been last. They literally make me sit there until I'm the last person. So I have to listen to everyone else's case and stuff until I go. But yeah, so it took like an hour to see the judge, but this Taban State Court case is kind of being a pain because the judge is obviously working in favor of the doctor. And I have a case active in federal court that actually takes jurisdictional precedent over it. So I should probably just file a motion to pause the state case and just pursue the federal case against him first. That would make more sense because, like, procedurally in the court, California is different than everywhere else. It's really like I filed court documents in multiple different courts and they've all been fine, but California denies like everything. So that's a little update on that. So I'm just gonna take we have some organ supplements here, just the male virility and the third eye. That's all I take every morning. I'm trying to show you guys this without having to flip the camera around.
Look at all the empty... Look at this, folks. He's got all these empty bottles and stuff. Is that not kind of creepy? I mean, look, let me move my picture to the side right here. Look at all these empty bottles. I mean, look at all these empty bottles here. What is up with that anyway? I don't get that.
So I lost my plastic scoop, so I'm just using my some measuring spoons. So this is basically for testosterone, and this is for kind of focus and brain function. What I'll actually do most of the time is I'll take...
Well, obviously the stuff for brain function does not work.
The male virility, and I'll combine it with the thyroid and immune one. So it's like all one powder. And so I don't have to take like each of them individually, but this is all it really is. It's freeze dried. It's very concentrated. You don't need a lot.
Ooh, and he's gonna do that dry. He's dry scooping.
I usually take that with a little bit of mastic gum. So some days, if I think I'm going to be gone for more than like 2 hours, I will take the energy drink. So I just take 2 scoops of this organic energy drink and 12 ounces of water. I add an extra B complex to it, and I also add some extra protein, 2 extra scoops of protein. So it's 1 B vitamin capsule, 2 of this and 1 of this. And I'll actually do that today because I'm kind of hungry. But the other thing I also do before I leave
for work is.
Doesn't look like he's cleaned that out too much there. Look, stains everywhere and everything like that. That's some Genova level grime right there.
I just put some rice in my rice cooker so that it's ready. All right, so I do like 3/4 of a cup of rice.
I've never heard of Sky High Energy. Let me see what that is actually. Oh, that's his own drink. I'm sorry, I gotta turn my head to read the ingredients. It looks like it's just a giant B12 drink. Looks like crap to me.
And then you gotta do, spilled a little rice one day.
Look, he's got rice everywhere. Look.
A little less than half.
Look at that. He's too lazy even to clean up the rice that's around there, and that's been sitting out all night. That is disgusting.
Half the amount of rice as water to get the right texture in the rice cooker. There's a pinch of salt. And like a teaspoon of coconut oil. And I've been doing this just because I'm honestly like really tired and exhausted. So it's like the least amount of work to have dinner. So all I gotta do for this is go to rice, short grain rice, preset like 2 hours, and then so this will turn on in 2 hours when I'm like coming home from work, and then I'll have the rice ready when I get home. So the guy that used to supply my Fuyuji water is the same one that messed up and lost me $20,000 worth of Wagyu. So until I get the direct supply of Fuyuji, I'm just using different water for now.
Yeah, tell me about it. A frat house is cleaner. I mean, I can almost say his house is comparably dirty to Genova's. Now, my house gets a little bit messy during the weekday, but once the weekend hits, and especially around football season, it gets a lot cleaner. Simply because I'm around the house more.
So that's 12 ounces. It's kind of hard to do with one hand because I'm holding my phone. So then that's 1/2 of the capsule in one hand, and the other half of the capsule in the other hand. So we basically we took a B vitamin capsule, we poured it out in there because I just want some extra B vitamins than what's already in here. And then we'll take about 2 scoops of this in 12 ounces. Two full scoops is a little too sweet, so you probably want like 1.5 for 12 ounces of water. So we got that, which has a decent amount of protein, like 15-20 grams. There's 15-20 grams of protein in that, so we don't really want that much more. So I'll just take 1 scoop of collagen peptides. And what I should also do, which I keep forgetting, is vitamin C as well. So this I could either just take as a capsule, or I could put it in the energy drink just to have it all together. This capsule isn't that easy to take apart, so I'll just take it with the energy drink.
This is just so sad, really.
So I usually have a few empty bottles lying around.
He's gonna spill that.
It foams up a lot because of the protein. All this stuff, guys, is on organ.
I told you he'd spill it.
Yeah, so I usually just take this with me in my car and just sip it down in the first few minutes of my car ride.
Could he not just get some shaker bottles or something? I mean, really.
Really delicious. I kind of look forward to this. Spent a lot of time formulating it. And if you take this with vitamin C, it's pretty much all the nutrients you need to digest carbohydrates all day. So B vitamins, vitamin C, most important thing for your body to metabolize energy. So whatever meals you're having later in the day, the vitamins from this energy drink will allow you to digest them without depleting your body's current stores. And also help with the 30-40 grams of glucose that's in here, because the only reason that carbohydrates and sugars could be considered bad for you is because they do require vitamins to be digested. Yeah, we were supposed to have an energy drink company make this for me in cans or bottles or something, but with all the money that's been stolen from me these past few months, we kind of ran out of money, and I didn't have the funds to pay for the lab testing and the production, so go figure. But we have this powder on organsupplements.com, so I'm gonna go down to my warehouse. Maybe I'll show you guys a few things down there, because I haven't filmed a vlog lately. Yeah, so I fired my baker last week for a long list of reasons, but like, he wasn't showing up on time, he was changing his schedule, he was taking like 2-hour bathroom breaks, just a whole bunch of ridiculous things that, I mean, anyone would have been fired for. I gave him too many chances, but now that means that I have to like come in and train this new baker, which I'm way too tired to do. Like, I didn't get in here till 1 p.m. today, so we have a few baked goods I just got to show him how to make, and a few meat products I just have to check on, like we're trying to make some biltong, and just tell my guys a few things to do. So I'll probably be here for like 2 hours, and then we'll just go home. Alright, so it's like 3:30. I just kind of showed my employees what to do today. Mainly just training the baker and making sure all the baked goods get done, and then just telling my guys what to do with the meat. So yeah, since I had to get rid of my baker last week, I've been doing a little more than I normally. I'm only down here for like an hour, but now I've had to be down here for like 2 or 3 hours, which is usually about the point where my head starts hurting and I have to go home. But we're just gonna do a few more things, make sure everything's ready for tomorrow. I showed him how to make the regular
so far it's kind of
sourdough,
minty watching him do all this dirty stuff here.
We're doing a lot of stuff. We got the cinnamon raisin bagels done. We made all the donuts. My guys did. We made our first batch of beef jerky here. This is raw beef jerky, so it's dehydrated below 115 degrees. This one just has like salt, honey, coconut aminos, just light seasoning. We're gonna do a plain one with no seasoning on it. Can't figure out the biltong because and really looking forward to making new products.
Let's get to the good stuff.
You heat it up and your dinner's ready. So I was supposed to be home a few hours ago, but I decided to try to take a quick look at one of my bakery mixtures and replace a part that needed to be fixed on the gear selector. So I ended up being there for like 2.5 hours because it was a disaster, but ended up fixing the machine. So it's like 6:30 now. I'm just gonna cook up some ground beef with the steak sauce and then have some dinner. So I'll get home around like 4:30 or 6, depending on how much time I spend at my warehouse. And I've been having the same meal for the past few months, just because it's easy, although I haven't been sleeping that well, probably because the rice I don't sleep as well, like, compared to eating.
Folks, that is way too much carbs and very little meat. I mean, that's not even going to give him so much energy. That's going to make him even more sleepier.
Udon noodles are the wheat, but the rice is really easy because I just put it in the rice cooker, and then all I have to do when I get home is spend like 3 minutes just cooking some ground beef in the pan, and then my whole dinner is ready. And then I'll have like some apples and some apple pie or some type of dessert.
What is with all those empty bottles? If they don't have anything in them, throw them out.
With the meal.
And if they do have things in them, put caps on them there. I mean, roaches and stuff can crawl up in them.
The supplements have been the same for the most part. It's just zinc, molybdenum, and vitamin B1. Yeah, so I'll eat this and then I'll just spend another hour or two on my computer, then go to bed. And the only other important thing is I usually don't sleep unless I take the 7-hydroxymitragine, which is the kratom extract. That's the biggest difference. Like, I was always having sleeping issues, but ever since I discovered that stuff, usually able to fall asleep. So it's usually like 8 or 9 p.m. I'll go to bed, and then I'll sleep until like 12 or 2 the next day. Yeah, I was thinking I spent my whole life working up until I was like 30. Never had any fun. Thought I was gonna have this surgery and maybe look a little better and then actually get to enjoy my life, but the exact opposite has happened, so I'm basically just doing this until hopefully some doctor can fix my eyes. If anything, my headaches have been worse and my sleep has been worse because I'm only eating once a day, but usually, like, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm not actually hungry. I don't really want to eat something. I just want to go back to bed. So if you guys go to frank-chiffon.com, you'll see all the websites for any of the products I mentioned here. Ground beef and rice are on the food websites.
You know, for all the vitamins that he takes, look how little he just looks like he's about to die. Wouldn't you think all of those drinks would give him a little bit of energy? I mean, all I have is coffee, a multivitamin, DHEA, and a cranberry tablet. That's it. And I have plenty of sufficient energy. You don't see me dragging anything. Now, I do take a Celsius drink pack around 2 o'clock while I'm at work, but that's about as much of a supplement that I actually give there. But yeah, the comment section, let's take a look. This is what happens when you don't get your daily intake of Wi-Fi. I mean, I mean, all those supplements, and he's still dragging ass there, literally. He looks like the world's about to end on him there, so just sad.
Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Hey. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Oh.
It's still minty truth.
That's what the charge is, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at
Yes.
his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Oh. Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
Court calls the case, People versus Maya Isom.
Truth. It's 2 minutes and 42 seconds. It's still minty. He's up there acting like he didn't do anything. I would say a word, but I don't need another community strike from YouTube. Nope, 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 nope. Boots! Is this a Boots video? Hell yeah. I love Boots. That's my dog right there. He's training with Boots!
For you. Obviously, this is half rip zone.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to go to here.
No, I don't think you should either. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time he's trained at his gym here, so I'll be right back, folks.
I think that's right. Just shy of lockout, yeah. I think anyone that's been lifting knows that. It's only everyone that's there, overthink it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it didn't lock out, didn't count. Stupid. Yeah.
Come on, we still got to do it.
Get it! Get this one in! Slide it in! Slide it in!
Alright, that's enough.
How do you feel?
A little more winded than a second ago. I think that's beyond isolation.
Oh, that's true. Because what we're doing here, think about it, it's like we're kind of almost flying. We're going to fly too. You're going to press in a way. You're pulling. You know what I mean?
I get the logic.
Yeah.
But here, grab the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want to do the 130s yet. Because we got
Yes, sir. Yes.
We got to do a tandem set.
If you got a body and someone to tussle with.
That's true. Maybe if you were an active athlete.
I'm not active.
I think you're pretty active. I'm used to these loads. The last time I wrestled anyone was my brother, like 140.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It depends on the day. Because it's like, sometimes if you're going through something, it actually helps.
Oh, yeah.
But then sometimes if you got other shit going on, it's taken away from your ampness.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's something
there's a threshold of inner frustration where you can transfer all of it.
Yeah.
And then there's a point where it's a distraction.
Yeah, of course. You gotta use it.
That's where
use it properly.
That's where if you...
You know, it's pretty cool that he has his own gym. I wish he would train here more often. I mean, after all, he paid a lot of money for it. And I mean, the rent on that building has to be astronomical.
You can pump the right tunes.
Yeah.
Which you're the professional on.
Yeah.
You can bring it out.
Yeah.
That's my main gripe when it comes to all studies of training.
Yeah.
Because the idea
I've
of
never
like,
had it's the perfect timing of the perfect tune for that individual.
I want
where they get the goosebumps.
I want the study where they scan somebody's brain, like they do the probes, and they find out how excited they got for a set.
The 100% performance enhancement,
and compare like a shit like no excitement set versus someone who really.
That's the truth, brother. And these studies, what's the freaking attitude and the vibe, like in the science lab.
It's like they want to reference a study where it's like, how can I be happy?
Yeah.
Go outside. Like as if it's not just a normal thing.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get real here.
All right, let's see what you got.
How many do you think?
You tell me, dude.
50.
I flew across the country to see this. Whoa. This set right here.
Well, I flew across an ocean to get here.
That's true. Let's really make this count.
Go out.
Whoa!
Oh, let me get this.
Here we go. Let's go, Sam! Pump, pump, pump! Pump up! Pump up! Woo! 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 Come on. Holy macaroni. That's it, baby. That's it, baby. No, stop it. Holy buckets. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, incredible. Make it light. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on, channel the tunes.
That hurts just looking at that.
God damn, baby. Come on. 3 more. Push, you fucker. Holy buckets. All right. Shit.
So that must be a reflection of my bias of only incline pressing.
Yeah.
Like
you're a strong incliner.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. What I liked about flat was I used to do, like I'm laying flat. Like here's the bench.
Yeah.
I would kind of completely flatten my back.
Oh yeah.
And put my feet up like right by my butt.
Yeah.
So instead of it, like if you arch it up, you're doing decline.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
a little flatter.
Yeah.
Kind of rough on my shoulders because I was going.
Yeah.
Out.
You're guillotine pressing it.
Which like sometimes is good.
Yeah.
But if you hurt yourself, then obviously it's not.
Yeah. Oh my god. Again. Crazy. Yeah. Oh, so smooth. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Hey. Come on, baby. God dang. Hey. Push. 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 Oh.
That's the thing about training with people there, you know, they can motivate you to just get those extra reps in. Indeed, it is sick and piss.
God, you're gonna lay back down and do it again?
That'd be good. Maybe not this time.
Oh, the music's gone. Frick.
It's come back.
Okay, it's gone. Oh, you gotta turn this off. This is copyright, bro. All right, cut the camera.
All right, come on.
Turn it off, Sam. Come on, baby, turn it off for me. Yes!
Come on.
Yes! Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Come on.
Boots!
Come on. More. Come on, it's too late.
It's not too late, it's heavy as fuck. So. Fuck!
All right, you want to do 3?
Fuck.
I'm already amped up for mine now.
I said, let's go, come on. Blow me away. Holy buckets. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. D. Yeah. Woo. Oh my God. Oh. Look how greasy I am.
Yeah, usually I don't have to wipe down these machines, man. I'm gonna have to wipe.
Where's your grease, brother?
I'm gonna have to wipe.
I know you're stronger than me, but you're not working harder than me. Or did I just have more coffee than you?
Yeah, I've just got.
That's just cardiac arrest for witnessing.
My cup's still full. But let's do some cable shit. At least one good one.
Anyways, yeah, suck that.
That's fucked up. People have been making fun of me for doing like cross body presses like this.
Yeah.
And their logic is
no stretch.
Well, yeah, but then also the same people are saying the stretch doesn't work your lats.
Oh,
so they're trying to bias only here and none of so. But they're like, dude, that doesn't hit your chest at all. But I literally am feeling.
Yeah, you feel it.
I'm feeling my chest.
Like the muscles are gonna tear.
Yeah. You know how they added 4D to movies?
Yeah.
Or sometimes they like have a smell.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for them to Neuralink a YouTube video so you can feel the workout.
So I can feel you
while
as
I
I'm
do it,
watching you,
and you can feel like actually it is working my chest.
They can
People would have
smell
to-
my breath.
They'd
too.
have to
Like, oh
skip
my
through
God.
a set because they're like, oh, this freaking hurts too bad. I need to get it over with. But this
Whoa.
is just kind of nasty. I think that's the real.
Would I not even have to work out then? I could just feel your chest pump.
It'd be on. It would be in your brain.
I'm activated.
It wouldn't really work.
He is a pretty good rap. I mean, he's well trained. It's just, it's a matter of interest. In other words, Ryan, he would, if he concentrated more on wrestling, he would be good. But he's just occupied with other things. Update on the date I smashed. Good job there, Nunn. Good job. My man, and definitely thanks again for the donation. I definitely appreciate that.
Yes. Squeeze it. Yes, cross it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, come on. Yeah,
I like doing this because it's almost like a push press too.
Yeah.
Push press it.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh! Oh!
I've never balled up so much.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
It's too fucking light, baby. It's too light. Come on. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. Underground.
Yeah, give me.
Yeah. Ooh, those were good.
My alert box is not coming on for some reason. That's pretty odd. I have to check it later on.
I think I'm ready to move on to shoulders. I think if I do any more chest, I'm gonna rip a tendon off the bone. Can I just fly here every week and we're gonna work on it?
You just live here.
I've never. You're not gonna fly here for like $50. It's that cheap.
What's the secret?
Spirit Airlines.
I keep going American.
That's your problem.
They keep like losing bags.
Oh yeah.
Canceled.
I don't know, dude. I don't even travel with anything.
Yeah.
So the problem, downfall for me was that I'd fly out of Vegas, so that cost a fortune.
Yeah.
But if I was from Orlando, and I've been gone from home for 4 days, all I have is a couple T-shirts, a couple pairs of underwear, and a little knapsack.
The closer I can get to just the clothes that I'm wearing, and like the camera bag.
Yeah. Don't travel with anything.
That's all.
That's instant coffee crystals.
Yeah.
You can pick that up at CVS.
Yeah, it's like, why even bring something?
Yeah.
If you can just get it.
Well, hey, that's logic. That's pro tip for you guys. It's true.
It's just like,
do you know Craig Goliath, Mass Monster?
Yeah. I just saw that you were doing it.
Yeah,
He
so,
was around.
yeah. So we went to the gym together, and there was a guy he knows that's maybe the biggest arms I've ever seen, 24 inches or something.
Nuts.
And he comes up, and this is funny. I'm not poking fun at anyone. This is just the mentality of bodybuilders.
Yeah. What do you do?
Guys, so Craig, this 340-pound guy, he's like, "What's up, big?" To this other guy with 25-inch arms or whatever. Yeah. And he goes, "I'm not big, man. I'm not big." Yeah. And then the other, and Craig, he's like 345 pounds. He's like, "I'm so small, man." I'm like, "You guys are hilarious."
That's the.
See ya!
Yeah, come on. What is time?
See ya! What's that? Bah! Bah! Hey. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh my God. Okay. That's enough. Yeah, this is like a weird. Like, I hate even having to put it this way, but not every set has to be like those incline dumbbells.
Yeah, I don't know. They shouldn't be like that.
But if you say that, that's like perpetuating the idea that you don't have to go that nuts.
Yeah.
And I mean, that just, I hate the idea where it's like, oh well, you know,
Makes me
I
want to
only
go
wanna
out
do
to
that.
the
You should
gym
only
right
do this
now
many
and hit
sets.
some
You
weights.
shouldn't like you shouldn't do so much. It's coming from the inner perspective from them.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the gym.
Projecting. Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
How can I do like nothing and leave? I'm like, I guess if it was really better to do one set, I'd have to do it. Just because if it was legit the best way, that's what I would do. But,
Yeah.
like
We want results.
the people who are dying for the workout pill,
Yeah.
like where it's literally,
Oh, yeah.
here's-
Exercise and a pill, yeah.
Here's my chest pill for today.
Yeah.
Like the people who are dying for that are just giving like, oh, I'm just such a wuss. I don't want to work out.
I always say that even if it was like more effective to do less, I'd probably still do more.
Yeah.
Just because it's fun.
I think if it was really more effective,
He really should be training in that gym more. I mean, filming and doing everything. I mean, he's got an awesome place, yet he's still traveling around. But not in the perspective of things, I mean, this video's been up for 8 hours and he's already got 66,000 views. So
I'd have to do whatever's most effective.
Yeah.
But kind of begrudgingly. And if you're willing to do a 3-hour workout, if you're only gonna do an hour, you can really bring it for that freaking hour.
Yeah.
If you're only willing to do 30 minutes, well then, it's just gross. I used to only, like if I was posing, I'd only want to take my total shirt off.
Yeah.
Just for a chest pump.
Yeah.
And like if I was doing arms, I would just do a tank.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I was like, oh, my arms are the only thing pumped. But now but it was probably
Well, your bodybuilding, so you gotta have.
I kind of do want to see what everything looks like. But yeah, let's see here.
I don't need to. I only need to show this.
No, I got this. Yeah, this is good. This is like, this lighting is crazy cool in the morning.
Gotta leave it. Yeah.
definitely off season.
Like now it's kind of going out and back in.
Yeah, it's not the same. Ooh. We gotta go to the other side of the building.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about putting the title on the, because like this is just an industrial complex. Every building has like, you know, XG manufacturer, whatever.
Yeah.
So I gotta, but I want to put something silly where it's like hypertrophy laboratory.
You should do that, yeah.
Like some crazy shit. All right, let's just start with some freaking something.
So it's the video? So we don't have to hold poses, right?
No, you just get into one.
Oh, this is my only pose I got. That's all you got.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, hit one more of those.
Okay.
Do side to side.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, Vince McMahon isn't around now.
Come on, brother. On the line, brother. On the line.
Oh. I can sit here and hold a vacuum for.
It's sort of like Austin Theory. Once Vince McMahon is gone, you know, H is now running the show. I could see where H would actually drop him just because they probably didn't have much they can do with him.
Forever. In like 3 months. Right now it's tricky. Oh. Yeah, there it is.
Someone has put on some size.
From the back. Now, having 2 mirrors is cool because you can see yourself.
So the funny thing is, dude, I feel like my back almost looks bigger when I don't pose. Like if I'm on camera and I walk by, like, oh, my back is huge. Then I try to do like this stuff. Yeah, it's like, oh, that looks really bad. Oh.
I'm trying to fill that gap of like arm to lats.
Oh yeah.
And you can kind of cheat it when you like roll this far forward.
Yeah.
Like I wish like total here.
Yeah.
It was that wide.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But like I'm not torn up about it. Like I see guys posing and they're doing a clip and like,
yo, it's not good. We gotta redo it.
God, my chest looks like shit. Oh, my shoulders are so burnt. I'm done.
That's why you just do one pose.
You find the master.
Oh!
Yeah. That's one thing I don't like the idea of when guys keep like because when you're lean you spam a bunch of shots.
Yeah.
And then they just keep feeding the same like peak leanness
Instagram
posts.
Yeah.
I'm like at least make sure you say throwback.
Yeah.
You know, like at least throw it in that it's like this was from 3 years ago or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah, officially the first guest at the.
Am I the first guest here?
Yeah, the first
Oh
guest.
shit. Nice, dude.
Which is like, it was kind of the whole plan.
Yeah.
And then it just never happened.
It's funny. That's awesome. An honor.
Like that's where some of these guys are spoiled when they're in like a fitness hub.
Yeah, yeah.
Because their whole thing is like, well, you know, I'm right here already, bro. Just stop.
Yeah.
No. But not a lot of characters just sitting around out here.
Come on, yeah, it's so cheap to come out here though.
That's kind of the point though that I like, because then it's to not be distracted by anything else like that.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
Yeah,
because like every expo or anything, like
yeah, dude, I know.
Because I'll post a video where I just bring the camera.
Yeah,
and like we're doing our own, like we're not even thinking about whatever, and you know, we're just like goofing off. But it's like, don't forget that's 1 out of what, 100?
Yeah,
or like including all the workouts I was doing before any of this. Probably 1 out of 200 workouts. Like you're around a cool crew.
Yeah, yeah.
I sometimes I'll bring that up. Every expo.
All right, I think they're just going to yap off for a little bit longer, so we're going to move on to the next video. So, but yeah, when it came to Boo's, a lot of people that Vince McMahon brought on, H dropped them for, like I said, for pretty good reasons. He's just not that. He's not that dynamic person there. So,
guys, I'm so happy that this story was posted onto Reddit today because I've been having such a hard time not talking about this. It is so juicy, and I couldn't talk about it because I promised the person that told me that I wouldn't say anything, and obviously I couldn't post any evidence without
who's this hoe bag with cheese?
Revealing the source. But now that Big Trends has posted screenshots, I can finally come out about this. Not like that. Okay, so I hate to be one to gloat and say that I told you so, but I said that Angie was going to be on her way out anytime soon, and not only has she broken up with Wes, but she's already been replaced. This whole thing and the reason why they broke up is wild. So allegedly, Trained by E, who's another alpha in the Wes Watson.
And just to let you know, guys, this is gossip, so how would I rate her? I'd probably rate her at an 8, actually. She does look kind of cute. Little petite with a little Latin spice in it there. So, I mean, she has good looks here, you know.
Crew, you know, the one that looks like a crackhead? Well, allegedly, he was texting Angie behind Wes's back, trying to hook up with her, basically hitting on her, and this is just so crazy to me because Wes is his whole world.
Morals and values. In life, that's what it comes down to. That's how the people are going to identify you and recognize you every day based off of your morals, your value, and how you present yourself.
Trained by E is nothing without Wes. His whole entire world revolves around Peggy Watson. And me, along with a lot of other people, had figured something was wrong when we saw that the whole crew had unfollowed Trained by E. I mean, Nick unfollowed him, Rob, Talk Tum, Tobias, even Big Mike. And speaking of Big Mike, which is the one that spray paints his beard on. Hold on, I gotta check out that beard again real quick. It just makes me laugh every time. God, that's just crazy work, isn't it? So anyways, he was DM'd by somebody on the
Yeah, she might be actually AI. This might be an AI video or so. Because, but, you know, you now can't tell what's AI and what isn't, Quick Pump.
Side. And this person asked Spray Paint Mike, what happened with E? He says he's being accused of something he didn't do. What did he do? Ha ha. And then Spray Paint Mike responds, bro, he was pillow talking with Angie and shit. And I guess also Gabby, like siding with Angie about Angie and Wes's beef. Wes ended up seeing the DMs in Angie's, and Gabby told that ass motherfucking dork to get lost and never come around again. I almost beat the fuck out of him. He wouldn't get out of the car. And this person that responds.
But, you know, to be honest with you, it's possible that this is not AI. Because if you notice, for some reason or another, there's edits in the video itself. If it was true AI, it wouldn't require the edits unless it's purposely in.
Bonds is so freaking funny. Just like the perfect inside troll. They said, WTF, who the hell talks to his homie's girl on the low like that? Complete snake shit. Yeah, he's lucky he doesn't catch a beat down. Do him like the 7-foot black guy. WTF is he gonna do now? Wes is his whole life, LOL, which is what I'm saying. So then allegedly the day after Big West found out about the Trained by EDMs, that was the day that he installed cameras in the house to spy on Angie. And I talked about this
well, I realized that because the video has edits in it, and you wouldn't need to have that with an AI.
Last video, actually I think it was like 2 videos ago, but basically she was on her Instagram stories talking about how somebody, which we all know is Wes, had installed cameras in the house and was spying on her and was making her uncomfortable, and it felt creepy and manipulative, and that Wes has been out all night, every night lately, and Gabby, Wes's ex-girlfriend, has been popping up everywhere that he's at. But one thing I forgot to mention in that video was that she had posted this reel on her Instagram, and I couldn't help but notice the book she was reading. It's called Run Like Hell, which is all about recognizing, escaping, and healing from trauma bonds, and it's actually written by Nadine Macaluso, which is the real-life wife of the Wolf of Wall Street, not like the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, but the guy that the movie was actually based on.
If you're trapped in a trauma bond or madly in love with a narcissist and can't get out of the relationship with them, you must read my book, Run Like Hell, a therapist's guide to recognizing, escaping, and healing from trauma bonds. Women...
Well, you can either read the book or run like hell.
from all over the world are telling me this is their survival.
I mean, what is an adult star anyway? An adult, I mean, that's not anyone with acting skills per se, Ryan. That's just someone that'll lay down on the bed and spread their legs and stuff. I mean, just keeping it real. I don't believe in adult stars. I mean, it's pretty easy to have sex, you know. Now, given that you have to do a lot of outtakes there, you know, at the same time, at the end of the day, it's pretty easy work laying on your back.
Guide.
And in the book, Nadine shares her own experience being in a traumatic and abusive relationship. She basically teaches other women how to break free from the shackles that men have on them. So I feel like for her to use this book in this reel almost like a prop was very intentional on her part. Like, she definitely knew what she was doing, and I feel like she was trying to signal something to people. So from what I hear from a trusted source is that Angie is now on her way out, and she says that Wes needs a lot of professional help. Per usual, I have an update, but I filmed this yesterday and today I'm editing, but I just went on to Instagram and I saw that Angie has posted pretty much insinuating that she's left the relationship. She's talking about how her nervous system is regulated and she woke up with so much creativity and all this shit. And it also sounds like she's taken a little bit of inspiration from Nadine, because she has said that she's also going to be writing a book, which, listen, I love that for her. I probably wouldn't read it, but maybe I would listen to it on audio. But all I gotta say is, girl, maybe get a little bit of help. You know, get a ghostwriter. Just sit down, tell your story, and have somebody else come up with the words. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Not being mean. Just saying.
When you finally get a good night's rest and your nervous system actually feels safe, your creativity sparks again. And when that creativity comes back, it comes rushing like it never missed a beat. I have so much inside of me that I had to put it into a book, and I can't wait to share this journey with you.
This is the shit I'm talking about with Angie. Like, she always seems to make the worst decisions possible at the worst times, especially for a mother. While yes, I guess I'm, proud of her and happy that she's leaving Wes, I definitely think it was the right thing to do. But don't you think it would have been a good idea to do this before you enrolled your 2 daughters into school? Her teenage daughter was already getting her uniform ready, getting it cleaned up, all excited, ready to...
Oh, I got you. But, with that being said, Ryan, this is a comedy show after all, so I always have to throw my ridiculous musings in. But, I mean... a hoe is a hoe.
Go. And her toddler was definitely already going to school. She was already getting acclimated, already learning. So now you have to pull your 2 daughters out of school. Don't you think it would have been a good idea to do this? Well, I don't know, like before they were already comfortable in school, they're already getting used to it, so that they don't have to be the kids that are bouncing around from school to school because they have a mother who can't seem to get her shit together and provide a stable home for them. And this is my main issue with Angie. Don't worry, I'm going to move on from this, but this has always been my main issue with her, is that she does not prioritize her kids or their well-being, and instead she prioritizes and worships materialism and hoe activities, and as much as she tries to say she doesn't, her actions prove otherwise. Okay, I'm moving on. So like I said, Angie is on her way out as we speak, and just like that, Wes has already replaced her. This new bombshell has entered the villa. He's jacked, he's tatted, he's ripped, rich, and rare. Yup, that quickly. With this goofy ass motherfucker named Clown Jose or some shit. And he's already got the lingo down.
You guys see the yachts, the dinners, the party, whatever the fuck. But we still stay accountable to ourselves and our habits. Because we know what we believe in. And men have to be jacked. I saw a whole bunch of dudes last night not even present because of how uncomfortable and unconfident
Who's this guy? Who is he?
they looked because they put no work into themselves. You guys, the self-work you put in you builds the self-worth in you. Get that?
Yeah, you guys see all the yachts Wes has been renting and all this shit around me that doesn't even belong to me? This guy cannot be serious.
When me and my guys roll up just straight covered in ink, blasted, jacked as fuck, you could tell we're different, you guys. Not even to talk shit. You could tell we're different. Everyone just looks around, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? These guys look fucking scary, what the fuck? You guys, work on yourselves, build the best you, and just, that's the only way you're gonna be proud and enjoy the present in your life. You got one fucking life. Why are you settling for average?
What is this guy? 12 years old? Oh, they're covered in ink. They're scary. And you know what? Yeah, we can tell you're different because you're a bunch of goofy ass little bitches. And that's what makes you different, you silly hoe. And of course, he's already doing a Wes Watson morning routine where he does his push-ups, he watches music videos, and then he does laps around the garage to look at the cars, and then he takes Big Boy's nasty ass supplements. But I just want to know, is this broad living here now? Because I did hear something about how Wes needs money, so he needs somebody to move in and pay 50-50. But I thought he always said that paying 50-50 with your partner.
Folks, if one guy moves in, he's a bachelor. If it's two guys sharing a house, that's a relationship.
Partner was for bitches. So is he really down that bad to where he literally needs a roommate to split the bills and the...
Yes. There has to be literally no money coming in from his business. I can't imagine at this point in time, with all the clout that he has, that he even has a coaching business at this point in time. Literally. He doesn't have a coaching business anymore. You guys notice he's not traveling as much. He's not getting on these private planes or anything. He is going broke or is bankrupt.
The rent with 50-50, because that's what it's starting to look like. Unless him and Wes are just having sleepovers, which is even weirder because we know for sure he's sleeping in one of Wes's beds. We know that for sure. So what the hell is going on here? If you've been watching Wes's stories lately since this whole Angie drama has been going down, you would have seen that he's been out every night on yachts, partying it up, and this guy is either having a severe manic episode or he's on something, because the man doesn't look right. I almost feel bad for him. What the fuck am I saying? No, I don't. I know a gacked motherfucker when I see one, and I'm so mad at myself for not screen recording these earlier, because this isn't even bad. There were way worse ones where his eyes are bulging, literally bulging the fuck out of his head, worse than Sandy Dildo. What's his face? Clinton die. I just know this guy's down bad and he's going to be panhandling any day now. He's even been on his Instagram stories begging people to go on their podcast so that he can be featured and make some money, saying that he brings in all these views, trying to really sell.
A lot of those views out there are just fake. I'll be honest with you. People wonder, hey, why don't my channel brings in just as much traffic as some of these that have 50 to 100,000 subscribers. Why? Because it's fake. They even have, some of these people, whenever they live stream, they automatically have fake viewers too as well. Not me. I don't need that.
Himself, and he's even got dudes in his garage filming these lame ass music videos next to his cars. He's literally renting out his house now for videos. What is this, a fucking Airbnb? The last thing I would want is strangers coming into my home at all hours of the day and night to film their lame ass videos, or a roommate at 40 something years old. All for what? So you can keep up appearances and live in this place that you clearly can no longer afford? Damn, guys, Wes is down bad. He switched his girlfriend for Clown Jose. He got screwed over by his homie. And now he's scraping together whatever change he has to pay rent. All in a week. Ouch. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for you today. Please like this.
That's really, really, really interesting. But in any event,
the Total Gym, I'm not going to bury the lead here. I really like it in some ways. In some ways, I absolutely hate it. But in other ways, I absolutely like it. But I think part of it goes back to the fact that they
I didn't know he reviewed the Total Gym.
market it and use terms like tone. Anytime a company uses the word tone, I want nothing to do with it. Initially, double front hand, single hand side. Ooh, behind the neck for the triceps. Kind of hard.
That's what she said.
Let's get to the good.
Kind of makes me think the audience that it's actually marketed towards is one of the worst, because a lot of the people who have Total Gyms are people who are just trying to get more healthy and fit. And because of that, they get a machine like this that can do everything. They don't do anything with it because they're inundated by options. But for those of you that like to tinker, there is a lot here. First off, the most underrated component of this is the fact that it is so versatile. I talked about the training deck with 86 freaking different movements. There's 200 plus different exercises technically that you can do. The versatility of this is fantastic for nearly every body part except for one really important body part, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Next is
That would be the legs.
something that maybe is kind of surprising, but the fact that you can progressively overload body weight movements. The resistance comes primarily from your body weight plus gravity. It is technically body weight resistance with some caveats, which I'll give here in a moment. But the way that you typically would progressively overload a bodyweight movement, let's say a pull-up, is you either gain weight, you do more reps, you manipulate your movement so it's harder to do the movement, or you can technically add weight with like weight vests, dip belts, those sorts of things so you can do weighted pull-ups. This is very similar. The difference is you can increase the difficulty, progressively overload, by doing more reps. You can also increase the difficulty with this. This is kind of the main way that they recommend increasing resistance. This is their tower. You have increase in incline that then allows greater resistance.
This is a pretty long video, so I'm just
how tall the tower is, which one reason that matters for pads, so you can get even greater scapula extension. On the lats.
And folks, if you want to see my exercises, they're going to be on the video as well. So let's see what he actually has to say about it.
Really short. Okay. All those said, let me summarize what I think of it. For upper body, it has a lot of versatility, has a lot of benefits. But do I think with the price point, what it can do, the fact that you have to spend $2,000 and you don't even get aluminum pulleys, or
You don't need to spend $2,000. You can get what I actually got. You can get, I mean, that one is the more expensive model, but you can go to any Play It Again Sports. You could pick up a Total Gym for like $200.
or knurling on the handles, I don't recommend this particular model, the Total Gym Evolve at $2,000. Some of their cheaper ones I could recommend. There's also alternatives out there that can be cheaper. I like sliding boards. I recommend sliding boards. This is not something I would recommend before your traditional squat rack, barbell, plates, dumbbells. You're still gonna want those and probably need those. And with how cheap cable stacks are getting now for functional trainers, the fact that you don't have to have a standalone, you can implement them in a rack so they don't take up a lot of space, that also takes away and carves out some of the niche that this has, which is kind of like a functional trainer in some ways. So all that said, do I like it? Yes, I do like it, but do I recommend it? For very specific cases. It depends if you meet the things that I've said. Okay, if you've used a Total Gym, I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you like.
I mean, it is what it is. The purpose of having mine in there is because of lack of room. My Bowflex Max Trainer and that, I mean, it doesn't take up much space. And that's just fine with me. I like it that way. All right, let's see. Next video. Got a lot of good stuff tonight. Yeah, I can't play anymore.
Why watch News 6? The News 6 neighborhood.
I'm going to hold off on playing any more police activity videos because that's actually where I got the strike from, actually. So that's until I get clarification as far as that community strike's concerned. So I'm not going to play any police videos.
Bro, this is one of the craziest physiques I've ever seen. Now, this is Lucas Panani, a 22-year-old Brazilian bodybuilder who's only 4'6". Lucas weighs 66 kilograms or 145 pounds, and his muscle insertions and structure is absolutely incredible. Some people are even saying that he has very close structure to Phil Heath at 4'5". Now, hear me out. What if Lucas stepped on a 212 bodybuilding stage? I feel like he would actually do fairly well. I feel like with this amount of muscle mass, he would actually do great in the 212 division. A lot of those guys, you know, they're not 4'5", but they're not.
The plane, boss, the plane.
Not the tallest guys, you know, some guys might be 5'2" to 5'4". Like, I honestly don't know how the judges would judge that. Would they take into consideration his height and like how much muscle he has on his frame? But I mean, like, bro, that is a pretty ridiculous shot. And honestly, if I never told you he was 5'4", you probably wouldn't even know. Like, truthfully, I would be very curious if Lucas would ever be able to get his IFBB Pro card. I mean, this is an absolute.
He could get his IFBB Pro card. He could seriously do it. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, the judges are going to look at structure.
Ridiculous shot. Like, everything looks absolutely fantastic. I don't know. Would he be able to actually go pro in bodybuilding? Let me know.
I mean, yes, he can go pro. I mean, there's a couple of been short people that have gone pro. I've just not known of anyone being that short, but hey, you never know these days.
What do you call the new water and ooze blasting oozinator? Oh, yeah! Bleh! Gross! Yeah! And of course, awesome. The new oozinator blaster from Super Soaker. Feature pumping required.
That used to be a really nasty toy. The reason why it's no longer around because everyone thought that you were getting jizz shot all over you and stuff. Just put a squat rack in a kit. No. Yeah. You know, that I'm glad that that whole trend, Chuck E. Cheese, is going away. Squat rack in the kitchen. That was always one of the most ridiculous things ever.
How you doing today?
Outstanding, sir.
Did you lose any weight since you've been here?
So the private gained 4 or 5 pounds, sir.
Muscle?
Yes, sir.
What was the toughest part of boot camp for you?
The last hump and second phase, sir.
Okay, what did you think about halfway up that mountain?
So the private couldn't embarrass the senior, so the private had to keep going, sir.
Hurt pretty bad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Oh, boy. Well, yeah, talk about being put on the spot on that there, so. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, I'm glad that whole trend's going out, with the exception of some people like Blaha. The squat rack or any exercise machines do not belong in a living room or a kitchen, okay? It just doesn't.
Time for 200. This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken. What's a hoe? No. Whoa! 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 They teach you that in school in Utah, huh? Al, what's a rake? A rake is right.
You know, honestly, if I was on the show, I would have said hoe as well. My apartment is 10 square feet, so I have a weeder gym which fits nicely in the living room. And a half... Oh, come on, Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, that you do you. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, I got people coming over, if you know what I mean. I got special people coming over, and I just can't have that stuff out in front. They would, you know, and stuff. Plus, I like keeping everything contained in one space. Because it not only motivates me to work out at home, but also motivates me to go to the gym to get variety. Now, if I ever manage to if I ever get a bigger space and 3 bedrooms, then I'll definitely put something a lot better together. I want everything to be out of sight whenever, I want my living room to be a living room, in other words. I understand that. We just have different tastes there, so we'll have to agree to disagree, you know.
What's that? Girl, that's a booty hole. Not a hole, Keisha. A valve.
Oh boy. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers there, I'll tell you that right now. Y'all some dirty, dirty motherfuckers. Yeah, but I'm going to hold off on any police videos for now. Like I said, YouTube right now is just getting kind of weird. I mean, it really is. Time for some classic Del Rey Misfits stuff. Oh, I feel you on that there, Chuck E. Cheese. Like I said, it's taste and things or so forth. I could tuck the bedroom stuff all near the wall. They're independent stands. Hey, as long as you're able to crush the puss there, Chuck E. Cheese, you know, it's a good deal, you know.
Jason starts talking trash in the fucking gym. He's going to go to England and work out with Dorian Yates. I mean, fucking Dorian Yates. There's fucking 100 guys that would like to work out with him. Even he doesn't work out with his fucking friends that much. And he's going to go work out with Jason. Nobody knows who the fuck.
Not only that, but Jason's going to pay for everything. And he's going to train with a whole bunch of other bodybuilders,
he's delusional. Too. He's delusional. Tell him to pull the needle out of his arm. I don't know what he's been injecting in his arm, but... and he's got somebody coming in to work out with him today?
Jason is currently on the treadmill right now, all the way down there. I guess you can't see him. It's 6 in the morning here. I think he has, this is what he told me. He told me his boot camp coach is coming, Adam, who I've met, and he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And then one of his buddies, who I met here once before, he's a nice kid. Supposedly he's coming here as well. I assume Jason brought his own little camera today.
Right.
To document this pissening, these pissening buddies at the gym.
Pissening,
right,
pissening. I gotta remember that.
Do you know the origin of the word pissening? I was told to explain it to you.
What is it?
I was actually chastised because I didn't. Pissening. Well, you know how we call Jason sickening?
Right.
Pissening is a variation of the word because in the majority of Jason's selfie pictures, he seems to have what appears to be a little piss stain on his crotch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have a couple of two. Sweet. Hey, Chuck E. Cheese, as long as you don't get one of those tonal or one of those futuristic looking things, at the very least you got real weight in there. Just don't ever get to the point to where you're putting one of those stupid contraptions in.
It could be sweat. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but it also could.
Ask him. Maybe he likes to pee his pants. Maybe he fucking waxes tallywhacker before he comes in here.
So, the worst, I don't know who started the word pissening, but someone did. Hey, what are you training? Are you doing chest?
I'm doing chest because I missed Saturday chest. I did back Saturday.
All right.
But I'm dragging today. I don't have a lot of strength today. My shoulders bother me.
You and me both.
But even a lousy workout is better than no workout. I'll be around for a little while longer.
And I haven't seen Mike lately either. I don't know. Maybe he's taking some time off from the gym. You didn't kill him, did you?
No, I saw him Saturday.
Oh, he was here?
Yeah, I beat him. I almost beat him to death with his cane. I saw him Saturday. He was here. He did a workout, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, he's all right.
Well, Richard, we'll be back. I'm going to start my workout over here. Oh, we have Chuck here. Chuck might have to become part of this misfit crew. Here we go. He's staggering in. What's up, Chuck? All right, everyone. We'll be back. Jason, where are you going, man? Where?
He's going to the sauna to get sweated up so he looks like he actually worked out. Because I don't think you need to go to the sauna to warm up.
I don't understand. I've been here for...
do light weights to warm up.
I've been here for about 10 minutes. He went on the treadmill for 40 seconds. He went on his cell phone.
To the fucking phone, and now he goes to the sauna so he looks like he had a big workout.
And he's paced around the gym like a nervous Nelly, and now he hightails into the bathroom to go in the sauna.
I'm going to go in the bathroom. I'm going to have to kill him.
Don't go in the sauna with him. That's how rumors start, Richard.
No, I'm going to go take a pee.
So, meeting Big Richard in person. Yeah. Is he, how is this? This is one of Jason's buddies. He's working out with him today.
Good, push him. He bullshits around too much. He talks about competing. He's got to fucking work out to compete. Otherwise, they'll laugh him off the stage. Unless someone else enters his class, you know? If they don't enter his class, then he'll fucking win something. That's what happened a couple years ago.
But he actually bragged about that, like it was a good thing. That, well, if no one else enters my weight class, I get first place.
He doesn't know any better, you know? At least he's not on the streets doing drugs, right?
Or turning tricks, yeah.
Right, although some of those guys got him to go into that gay bar, which I thought was absurd. Anyhow.
All right, Richard, I guess you're taking off.
Yeah, I gotta shower and go to work. Some of us gotta make a living. You guys can fuck around in here and just work out, you know?
All right. See you next time, Richard. You were here, weren't
you? Gonna work out today really hard? Gonna go get it?
Hopefully, Jason.
He's gonna be filming too, he said.
Just don't let him spot you on the bench press, bro, because we saw what happened last time he spotted someone, right? You were here that day, weren't you? Yeah, you were there in that video.
Decapitation?
That's right. Jason looks pensive. What are you thinking about? All right, well, you boys have a good workout. I'm going to wait for Saul and all these other characters. Oh, Jesus. All right, Richard, be good. They're going into the bathroom together. There you go. All right, my friend Chuck's going to film me do a set of lat pull downs. This is my heaviest set. I go up to 165. Before I do my set, I just need to clarify something to everybody. The hookah video that we filmed the other night, I did not bang the two chicks I was with at the bar, okay? The light-skinned one is one of my closest friends down here in Florida. The other girl is a close friend of hers. It was only my second time meeting her. She's a friend of hers. We hung out. I went to sleep alone in my bed. Nobody else is in it. So let's kill those rumors right now. Thank you, everybody. And on that note, I'm going to do my set. Andrew does not flow like that, ladies and gentlemen. Out, bye.
Oh, thank God, man. I can't hold my arms any longer.
Jason, what is this belt shit?
I got a bad back.
What happened to we don't care about injuries? We're freaks.
On my back, though. From fucking
we don't care about injuries, except for my back.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Oh, no, you didn't fuck it up again, did you, bro? Jason got so mad. Mikey pushed the wrong button.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. I don't care. I love it. Right. Sickening betrayal.
Been doing 215 for 5 reps and 8. Yeah, I gotcha. As long as you're progressing there, Chuck E. Cheese. But you've been training for years, so you know what you're doing.
One more. Fuck. 2 more. One more. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna my back.
Did you push the right button this time, bro?
I think I did.
By the way, Mikey, I gotta say, you definitely put on some size since the last time we caught you in the video here.
Yeah, I think I'm about like 10 pounds heavier since the last time.
Yeah, it's the first thing I noticed about you when you walked in, so
Thank you very much.
keep up the good work.
First people to say it. That I built that too? Gonna have to wash that.
What happened?
Gonna have to wash this.
While I'm sitting here waiting for the likes of Saul to show up here at the gym this morning, I don't even know if he's going to, but Richard's gone, Jason's filming with his friend Mikey, and I really don't want to film them too much. They're doing their own thing. I wanted to take a minute to thank someone on the MISC board. I don't remember his name or his username, but he was nice enough to, well, first he said my shrug form was wrong. I was shrugging in a video, and he said, "You're shrugging improperly." And he posted a YouTube video of a guy who was ripped giving a tutorial on how to shrug properly. And I watched it, and I was like, let me try doing it this way. So the next time I shrugged, I did it rolling my shoulders back instead of straight up, and it made all the difference in the world. That's now how I shrug. I realize now I was doing them improperly.
I've always lifted them up. I never rolled my shoulders because you could tear, you could tear your lats doing that there. That's why I just lift up. I mean, it feels better to roll them backwards and forwards, but it's a lot easier to get injured that way.
All this time. So I want to thank that MISC user for posting that shrug tutorial video. It actually helped me out a lot. I now do them that way. The difference is night and day when I do traps now. So whoever you are, thank you very much. I hope you see this little clip. Hopefully Sal shows up. We'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, this video is going to have to be cut short this morning because I don't feel like filming Jason do deadlifts, which he's doing to my right with his friend Mikey. And that's it. Maybe we'll be back. Maybe we won't. We'll find out.
Bullshit. Somebody said they saw you eating a whole dozen donuts in about 3 minutes. No, I did not.
Jason, when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you have to ask all of us if we want something. It isn't just about you. Jason, where are you going? Jason, I want a donut. You're not going to get your friend Andrew? I want a Bavarian cream donut. You believe this guy?
I know. He's going to go throw them all up now, too. Lying fuck. He sweated today, so he had to go eat a dozen.
Sickening bulimia. What is he doing back here anyway? He finished his workout, he went to go film his shout-outs, and now he's going back to the locker room on his phone. I don't know.
He's hoping to catch somebody in there to film, take pictures of him.
Yeah. Someone's going to come out of the shower. He's going to ask him to film him posing.
Can you take a couple pictures of me?
You got a rule, man.
He violated one kid last week.
Yeah, I heard.
Brought him in. I went in there, I saw all Jason's clothes on the ground, and that kid was in shock.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
The world gym rapist.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm going to call this a video for my little misfit video. Saul did not show up. Mike did not show up. Brad is here. Jason is doing whatever he's doing in the bathroom. I have no idea. So we're going to call this a video. I apologize if this video left anybody disappointed this morning, but I am dependent on the likes of Saul and Mike coming to the gym. There were no shows this morning, so hopefully next time I'll be able to film a little more entertainment, some more people in the gym. Peace out.
Figured I'd show a little bit of classic Del Rey stuff, Always good to see that. But folks, I think that's going to be the end of the videos today. Let's get some music playing. And I'm going to go to the third track. But folks, get your questions in. Wish to make a donation, you can. Smash the like button. Yeah, I never roll my shoulders doing shrugs, ever. People roll them because it feels good to do them, but it's a good way you can get hurt, actually. And if you get hurt, you lose your gains. The whole key is safety, as far as my standpoint is concerned. I've seen people that can bench 315, do about 19 reps with 225, so I got to build on those 225 reps. I call the 225 the NFL standard. That's what they use on those combine tests. But tomorrow, folks, I'm gonna finish up my Vans Medical. It's gonna go online. So what I'm gonna end up doing, and what I've decided to do, I got my boy in India. He's fixing up the other two websites. Those are gonna still continue to run ads, and then I'm gonna put up a pop-up type on the ads that I'm running on the websites I'm running ads that's going to point to those websites to also visit as well. No, whenever I do shrugs, I just do this here and down, up and down. I mean, it still builds up my lats, as you guys can tell, but I've never injured my lats before. People that do this rolling, that is going through, you know, that's rolling your joints. And it's very easy to get hurt. Like I said, it feels good to do this because it's relaxing to the back, basically. But you don't want to do it with weights. So when I shrug, I do this instead. I just shrug. That's how I shrug. That's how I've always shrugged. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's why I do show, and that's why I do a show. That's why I started doing Earl Grey Tuesday from 5:30 till 8. So that way people can still get in from, I try to get as many time zones as I possibly can. But folks, get your questions in, make your donation, smash that like button, howl at the moon, weekend's up. Let me check on the score with the Chargers, see who won that game. And the Chargers, whoa! Chargers beat the Chiefs. That's a good sign right there. I'm going to be honest with you, I believe this is Travis Kelce's final year. I mean, you got to look at the perspective of things. He is a tight end, and he's way over his age, still playing as a tight end. Most tight ends, you'll get about 10 years out of them, and that's it. 10 years, if anything, because of all the wear that you put on your body and all the hits. But after this year, you won't see Kelce anymore. He's done. That's my opinion. I've been into the behind the back Lee Haney shrug superset it with a... That's pretty complex there, Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, I definitely get the supersets there. Usually when I do a superset, it's with opposing body parts and stuff. Like, I'll hit the chest, and then I'll do tries. Those are complementary body parts, and then I'll do back, and I'll superset that with a biceps exercise. I never superset with two parts that similarly work the same muscles, sort of. Well, I mean, a win is a win, and a loss is a loss. Much like I say, a hole is a hole. Well, I shouldn't really say a hole's a hole. But you get my drift. It looks like Kelsey ran into Xavier Worthy and put him on the ground. Of course, one of the factors as far as Kansas City, you know Rashid Rice is out. That 6-game suspension's gonna hurt. It's gonna really hurt. But that's the thing, folks. You learn sometimes when you have that money, you think you're invincible. And folks, I'm going to just tell you right now, don't street race. That's stupid. I don't think Kelsey is overrated. He's a good tight end. He puts work in, you know. And he's consistent, too. I mean, he's not perfect on every play, but he's consistent and he's loyal. You know, he's only played for the Chiefs. So that means he was with the team during the good days and bad days, took pay cuts and everything. So that's very respectful there, you know. That's loyalty right there. It's very rare that a player would stick with the same team. I always thought Tom Brady would play for the Patriots for the rest of his time, and then he goes to the Bucs and wins another Super Bowl. I will tell you this right now. Once Tom Brady is eligible for the Hall of Fame, he's going to get all votes. That is the only person I feel confident that he's going to get a vote from every single person, unless he goes out and grapes someone or they find out that he's some PDF filer. So that is the only, unless that happens, you know, he's going to be elected to the Hall of Fame easy. But I'm just curious. I don't know if Cam Newton's going to go to the Hall of Fame or not. He's done enough to be in the Hall of Fame, but I absolutely don't agree with what Jalen Carter did. But at the same time, Dak Prescott, he spit first on the ground. Except he just went and spit right in his face. And remember, folks, it's all about what the referee sees first. But no, that's uncalled for. Cam Newton's broken a lot of records, none. He's done enough to be in the Hall of Fame, but then you have your good points about Cam, and then you have your bad points. So it'll take, if he was going to get elected, it's not going to be on his first run. It's going to, if it's going to happen, it's going to take a while. Tom Brady, I'm confident, first try. I would like to see Cam Newton in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you gotta remember one thing. He holds the all-time record for rushing touchdowns for a quarterback. He has more rushing touchdowns than a lot of other running backs that are in the Hall of Fame. But we're not going to know that for at least another 2 or 3 years. Plus, he's one of the few quarterbacks that's won Offensive Player of the Year. Quarterbacks generally don't win that type of stuff. I would consider him, if anything, almost the dead opposite of, Dan Marino, sort of. Although Dan Marino had a lot more longevity. I think the biggest things that's going to hit Cam is that he only played for maybe like 10 years. He put a lot of wear on his body. I think the reason why he only went 10 years is because he played like a running back. He literally was a running back that can throw. So his time in the NFL was similar to a running back. So you got to take that into consideration as well. Yeah, Green Bay will be competitive, but I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. Baltimore Ravens need to win the Super Bowl. They have a devastating team, but they keep messing up. He's only won like... I just don't get the Ravens. You got these great teams in here, and then that, they just mess up. They screw up at the last minute. The Bengals had a great Super Bowl team. Screwed that up, and they've not been back since. Not even close. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's basically near certain. I mean, dozed off watching. How can you doze off watching that, KCB? Him in boots. All right, folks, 4 minutes left. Get your questions in. The great one is going to get his vitamins in. It's going to turn in. I got Sam's Club delivering food in the morning. We going to jam. Not going to really go out tomorrow. I'm going to finish up the websites. Get them online. Like I said before, put the pop-ups in, and I'm going to check on my boy in Pakistan. He's working on the other 2 websites now. Let's see what we got anyway. KCB Brady is done. He is not suiting up ever again. Well, Mintnator, the Bengals only screwed themselves. I mean, if you're running a close game, don't run a close game. Blow it out of the water. It's sort of like MMA. People say that this guy should have won the fight. You got to close it out. Close the door quick. If you don't close it out and you leave the judges to decide, then you're screwed. Well, over time, none. He just got strong. He got stronger and he got smarter about his health and everything. Every time Frank feels down about his face, he should look up. I would like to see the Bills win. Definitely not the Panthers. Panthers definitely, I mean... They should have kept Cam Newton in the Panthers. But Cam is now doing his own thing. Just another long list of Carolina Panthers quarterbacks. One thing you got to respect, Cam at least got him to Super Bowl 50. I mean, you got to think about it. In all of the franchise history of the Carolina Panthers, there's only been 2 quarterbacks that have gotten the Panthers to the Super Bowl. Only 2. Jake Delhomme and Cam Newton. And we're talking about Carolina Panthers, for the most part, the team has always sucked. Poor players, little money spent. Yet, despite how crappy the teams are, Cam got them to the Super Bowl. Jake Delhomme got them to the Super Bowl. They just didn't win. What can you do? He's a football player, KCB. I mean, I don't want you guys thinking I'm making an argument for Cam, but I do like Cam. I think he did what he could do for the team itself. Because like I said, Carolina, the Panthers have always been an ass of a team. And he took that ass of a team, carried it on his shoulders up until Super Bowl 50. He just couldn't carry it any further. The same with Jake Delhomme. He took a crappy team and he took them to the Super Bowl, but that's where it ended. What can you say? But folks, it is 12:02 p.m. That is the end of another great episode of the Midnight Run. Yeah, the mute was off there. Okay, we'll do it again. Hold on. Rewind. All right.